and I just like to have a small introduction, okay, about yourself. And before that, I'll just give my introduction. So I'm Praveen, and I am an SAP certified consultant in the models like sales and distribution, and I work for customer service
Please speak loud. I'm not
models.
able to hear you properly.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, just a minute. Let me get a headphone. That will be better. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just describing myself. My
Mm-hmm.
name is Praveen, and I have 10 years of experience in SAP field in the models like SD, CS, CRM, and I usually take online trainings. As per my availability, and I'm a certified consultant too. And I just like to have a small introduction from your side also. So what is the from in SAP side? How many years of experience you have?
Basically, like if I say like I don't have good, I'm just trying to introduce myself to SAP.
Okay,
Okay, so I have learnt about SAP PM, and
okay,
I have also been introduced to SAP CS as well as PS.
okay,
So I'm just trying to find my area of module. Like which module should I go to? SAP CS, PM, PS, or FICO? Because people have recommended me FICO as well. I don't know why. So
okay.
I'm
What is
just
your
trying to
background?
find.
What is your what is your domain background? Your experience
I
level
have
in the
been
domain.
I have been working as a project manager for 9 years
Mm-hmm.
in IT domain,
In
and
which
I
sector?
have I have helped people develop website applications, web applications.
Okay, okay,
Okay, so my interaction has always been with the clients,
okay,
and I have their I listen to them their complaints. We have a bug tracker system in which bugs are being tracked, and that those are resolved in their applications.
okay,
So it's support as well as development. So
okay.
I'm
So
trying to
small,
map that.
small. Okay,
Yeah,
fine. Okay, I'll just describe about the CS part. Let me share my screen.
yeah.
Just open a notepad. Just a moment. Customer service. Basically, this before this model, okay. Basically, what happened means we have a process called as sales. That is, we sell the product to the customer, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And once the customer places an order, we honor the order, and then we deliver the product to the customer, and then we do the billing to the customer. Okay, this is a normal process. So basically, before customer service, I'm just telling before CS. Okay, basically there will be a sales which has already happened, and after the sales there will be, we call it generally as a shipping. Okay, that is sending the goods to the customer side, and then finally we do a billing. That is, we send the invoice to the customer. Okay, this is a normal process. This is actually comes from the SD model. Basically, SD model, right? So
Yeah.
SD model is the one which completely the whole process is completed using this SD model. Now, here comes our story. Like, let's say the same customer who has got the product and he is using the product for, let's say, 3 months or 6 months. After that, the product is showing some it's not working as desired. Okay, so what the person does is he writes a complaint, or it can be called as a service request. Okay, a complaint or a service
Service.
request or service query. There are so many terminologies we use. Now what
Mm-hmm.
happened means from here only basically the customer service starts.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the first part is done by the other model. Okay, after that only, because of the issues, here itself normally, only not the issues, the customer, whatever the problem he faced in the product, and it is not only that. We ourselves will extend the service, like annual maintenance contract. On a monthly basis, you service the product, okay, or in a quarterly basis, you go and service the product. These kind of things will also comes under the customer service. We shortly call as AMC, annual maintenance contract, those things.
Yeah,
Okay,
right.
fine. Now come to the customer service part. So in this customer service itself, let's say there are two things. What happened means the customer, let's say there are two scenarios. One is called as in-house repair. What is in-house repair means? Basically, let's say you have a TV, okay, as a, let's say example, like an old kind TV which has a picture tube. Those kind of TVs, for example, I mean, the customer is watching, suddenly it is not coming up, okay, the whole display is not coming. So what he does, immediately he will call the specific service center, okay, and gives the complaint. And the service person comes to the customer place and examines the TV and identifies that the picture tube is not working. Okay, so the technician cannot repair the picture tube at the customer place. Okay, because it's a huge part and he requires a lot of time, so he cannot do all his works under the customer in the customer place. So what he does is he take the product, he take the specific parts, okay, to the company, and then he do the repair work. After doing the repair work, it will be delivered to the customer or it will be installed in the customer's TV. Okay, so this kind of service is called as in-house repair. That is, the product is taken back by the company, do the repair work, and then it will be delivered to the customer. That is called as in-house repair. So within this in-house repair itself, okay, we have warranty, without warranty. Let's say the product is under the warranty, okay, so that is with warranty you are doing the in-house repairs. Suppose the warranty is already expired, then you charge the customer accordingly. That is the without warranty side. Okay. Likewise, next one is repair at site process. What is
Just
repair
like
at site process?
just like it's like we provide on-site warranty. So if anything happens to your Dell laptop, then the engineer will come to my place and he will
Yes.
repair it and go.
Yes. So to make it very simple, the repair work will be performed at the customer place. Okay. So here the repair work is performed at the company site, and here the repair work is performed at the customer site. Okay, that is the main difference. Okay, so you usually understand this. Now the next one is AMC, is annual maintenance contract. So basically, whenever let's say take a good example, like take a flat or apartment. Okay, in an apartment, let's say it's like a 4-story building. So basically, I mean, nowadays you should have a lift, and the lift needs to be maintained on a periodic basis. So basically, whenever the lift gets malfunctioned, you can't call the lift service provider to do the service. Okay, so basically, it should have a proper checkup. So we usually go for AMC for the lifts. Okay, it's a very necessary thing. So what we do means, once we do the AMC, AMC is something like a 1-year AMC or a 2-year AMC within the duration of that specific contract period. Okay, every month or quarterly. Okay, the service person will be assigned. The technician come to the specific spot and do the checkups, all the necessary checkups for the lift, so that the lift, I mean, functions properly. Okay, so this is also kind of a service. So this service is performed basically under the contract. Okay, that kind of thing is called as AMC, annual maintenance contract. So here the customer no need to give a call every time for calling the service provider every month to do the service. Okay, automatically the contracts will, in the system it will understand. Okay, every month on this date, I mean, a service needs to be performed at this customer side. So automatically a technician will be assigned. The technician comes to the place and do the service. So that is called as AMC, annual maintenance contract. Okay, now all these things, I mean, I'm just telling you the overview. In the class, we'll see the how to do customizing, all those things. Now AMC, after the AMC, there is something called as sale of service. This is one particular process, okay, called a sale of service. What happened means, let's say, I'll just give an example. A customer purchased a TV. Okay, let's say I'll give this item as one. Okay, one item, that is TV. He purchased, and it is coming for the amount. Let's say like 1 lakh. Okay, of one quantity. Now, even though he purchased it, he needs to mount the TV in the wall in his house. So for that, he requires support. So a technician should come and do the service to mount the TV, all those things. Okay. So for that, let's say we say like fitting work. So it's actually a service work. Okay, it's a service. We are not selling anything. So this is coming like, for example, we are charging the customer like 1K. Okay. Now, in SAP, if you see in SAP, basically we create this under a sales order part. Basically we create it under a sales order. So the sales order will automatically understand, okay, this is a TV, so it needs to have a delivery, so we do the delivery process. Okay, and then for this item we do a billing process. But here for service, we cannot deliver the service. It's not a product, right? So we cannot do anything in the delivery document. So directly, I mean, once the technician comes to the office, okay, directly we do a billing only here.
Okay.
So there is actually a gap in this process. That is, the technician goes to the customer place and mount the TV. Okay, what all the equipments he has taken, okay, for doing the service. All these things are not recorded here. And when he has completed, how much of time taken, okay, all these things are not recorded in this way. So for that only, using CS, okay, customer service model, from the SD model, okay, what we do means, basically there's a small change we'll do. In this second item, okay, from the second item, you create a service order. Basically, they'll create a service order. Basically, this is your sale order. Okay, the complete thing is a sale order. Inside the sale order itself, you do a service order. Okay, basically, why we do a service order means, under the service order, you maintain who is the technician, how much time it has taken, what are the components he has used, I mean, what are the parts he has used for doing the service. Okay, and he will explain, I mean, from which department, I mean, the service person has gone. Let's say, I mean, there are several service providers we have. Okay, so from which service provider he has gone. So all the details will be recorded under the service order. Okay, after that you do the billing. So this process is called as sale of service. It is just a bridging process in SD, which is having a gap. Okay, that is called as sale of service. Likewise, spare part sale. There is one more process called as spare part sales. So this scenario, when it happened means, let's say sales is done. Okay, the whole sales is done. Okay, customer has placed a sales order, then we have delivered the goods, and billing is also done. And after that, customer is raising his voice, saying that, I mean, hey, I have, you told me that, I mean, if I purchase so and so order, I will get so and so spare parts, but the spare part is less. Okay, I mean, I need to get 10 spare parts for the product, but I have received only 8 spare parts. So these kind of complaints are called as spare part sales. So basically what we do means, basically in these things, so customer writes a service request. So basically called as a service notification or service request. Okay, so first we'll record this, what the customer says, and from this service notification, you create a sale order. Create a sale order for the missing parts. Okay, so from the sale order, you do the shipping and billing. This kind of process is called as spare part sales. You able to understand?
Spare part sales, I'm not very clear. Like, let's say, like you have a TV, you are selling a TV, and the customer can complain that the TV, there is a screw which is not there for the mounting. Let's say.
No. Don't take it, I mean, screw level. Okay, basically, I mean, it can be such a way that if you take in industrial products, Okay,
Okay.
so let's say Bharat Electrical Limited or BHEL. Okay, they actually manufacture big boilers. So those kind of
Correct.
things. So when they transport to the customer place, okay, even though the delivery is done, it will take at least 15 to 20 days to understand. I mean, all the equipment has come or not, because they need to mount it the big boiler, okay, in the customer place. So that time only they will realize that, I mean, the spare parts, I mean, is not there or they have not sent it. So those kind of things, I mean, spare parts is not a screw level, okay, it is a kind of a component which should be there, which is missing. So those kind of things we have to again need to be recorded in the SAP. Okay, so how we need to record from the complaint only, we can record, okay, a sale order was already created and it was no, I mean, they have not sent this. So through the complaint, they create a sale order and they will ship it.
Okay.
Okay, so in this case, I mean, billing is we can do the billing or we don't need to do the billing. That is also fine. I mean, if the customer has already paid, it means you don't need to do the billing for that.
Correct.
Okay, basically these are the main things from the customer service. These are the process. Okay, actually in any project you go, the main process will be the in-house repair process, repair at site process, and AMC. But to run this process, we require a lot of help from different models. So we call it as a integration.
Okay.
Integration of different modules or CS. To run a CS process, okay, we need help from SD module. We need help from the quality management model, QM, we call it as. We need help from the production planning model. We need help from the material management model. We help from the FI side, okay, and we need help from the project management model. And these are the models where we use certain things. Okay, I mean, basically, I mean, these are the models. They will be doing all their customizings of whichever is respective to them. What we do means we just use certain things from different models. Let's say in SD, okay, we use some of the sales related things, because in this process itself we can see some of the things are SD related is coming up, right?
Correct.
So the delivery, billing, so those things we use the SD related things. Likewise, QM, quality management, means whenever we are receiving the product from the customer in the in-house repair process, we have to do a quality check. So that part is taken by the QM side. Likewise, PP. PP means basically the work center, we call it. Okay, basically, I mean, we call it something called work center. What is work center means? It's a kind of department. Under the department only, the service orders will be taken care. Okay,
Okay.
so that level of this work center, and there is something called activities. So those things are coming from the PP model. Okay, so I'm just giving you, I mean, so there are so many things, dependence from different models, like MM. So basically, I mean, for which we are doing the process for the material only, right? Material compliance, all those things. So materials are stored in the MM model only, I say material master. So we need to have MM side. So likewise in MM, there are different process like MIGO, MIRO, okay, like goods issue, goods receipt. So those kind of things also we do. And finance side. Finance side, we maintain some of the things like cost center and posting the bills, and then activity pricing. So pricing part, all these things maintain the FI side. And for PM project management side, we have something called WBS elements, okay, and timesheet approval. So those things we do from the PM side. So integration of different models is certainly required to run a CS process. You'll see, I mean, in each model, what are the things we require, we use it. Some of the master data in these models also we use it. Okay. After knowing this only, the main thing, we have to build the master data. To run the process, okay, to run these process, we need to have the integration, then the master data. So master data primarily, some of the models here will have master data which is already created. We just use those master data. In CS alone, okay, as a CS consultant, what are the main master data we have to do is serial number, equipment, okay, functional location, and we have install base. These are the master data which will be maintained from the CS side. Okay, Along with this, there are other master data which we use. Some of the things like customer master data, master, material master, okay, work center, activity, cost center, activity pricing. Okay, these are the master data which is coming from these models. Okay, so you don't need to worry. Basically, the other models will be creating these things. Only thing is we use these master datas, which are things. Okay, so with these two things, after doing these two things only, we'll go for the first process. So basically, in-house repair process, repair at site process, AMC, sale of service. So all these things can be performed after setting all this. For the first integration of the master data. Okay. So here, you'll be learning in the process level, in the customizing. Basically, you will be learning what is called as service notification. It's a starting point. Okay, service notification. So from the service notification is one of the document. Okay, like sale order in SD we call it a sale order document, right? Likewise, the starting document will be the service notification in any of the customer service process. So from the service notification only, basically, there are so many process starts. Like for example, in-house repair process means basically from a service notification you create a repair order basically. Okay, and from the repair order you do a return delivery. Okay, so from the return delivery, after doing the return delivery, you create a service order. Okay, so in the service order, all the service related operations happens. That is operations, components, and cost. The cost is also estimated under this level. Okay, and the technicians are deployed. So once the technician completes the work, okay, again, say technician completes, then again you have to send the delivery back. So you will do a delivery. So here this is called as outbound delivery. You are sending the goods to the customer, the repaired product. Okay, and after the delivery, you do the resource related billing. There is something called as billing we do. That is called as resource related billing. Okay, so these things will be doing under the in-house repair process. Okay, so within the in-house repair process, there are two sub process. One sub process that is called as equipment on loan. What does this process means? Let's say a customer has complained about a specific product, okay, and he says that, okay, I understand that you need to take the product to the company site for doing a repair work, but I require this product because it is affecting my production system. So with this request, what we do means from the company side, we'll provide a temporary product to the customer. Right. Okay, during the time what we are, repairing the given product, we'll provide a temporary product to the customer. Afterwards, once we repair the given product by the customer, okay, when we deliver the product, we'll collect the temporary product from the customer. That is called as equipment on loan basis. Okay, so basically, the processor, these are the process very much we'll be doing. Okay, to do the process, the first thing is we need to understand the integration between the other modules, and then we need to understand the master data, how it is done. Then we come to the process level. So in the process level only, I'm telling there are several customizings we do. Okay, some of the things I'm just highlighting here, like service notification, the customizing, repair order customizing, return delivery, and service order, and operations, component cost, technicians, so all these things we'll see. Okay, so basically, how you have actually, working in plant maintenance, you said, right? PM.
No.
Hello.
I was looking into plant maintenance. I was I'm trying to find a place.
Okay.
So I'm not sure whether this suits me or not. I'm just trying to find a place.
Okay. So basically, you have explained me, right?
What is the difference between PM and CS? What is the difference between PM and CS?
See, basically, this is customer compliance. Everything will be taken care from the CS side. Okay,
No,
plant
I mean to say
maintenance,
like at a
plant
configuration
maintenance,
level.
configuration level. I
I
mean,
understand
basically, I
like
mean,
plant maintenance is for asset, like you manage your own assets. In customer
yes,
in CS you manage customer assets.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
So where does the difference lies in the configuration side?
See,
Is there any? Yeah.
configuration side. I mean, basically, I mean, most of the cases, plant maintenance is little straightforward. Okay, because your own asset. Okay, you don't need to do delivery, all those things. But when you go for a customer related CS point, okay, basically, we are actually delivering the goods to different places, different customers.
Right.
Okay, so in those cases, we have certain more configurations, and uh, in most of the companies, you see, I mean, see, holding your own asset and maintaining is one time. You have your own time, but customers will keep on increasing, and to give the support to the customer, that will be the prime thing. I mean, for the overall process. So actually, I mean, in my experience, CS stands more than PM.
But
Okay.
again, like if you are running, let's say you are running an organization and you are running a production plant, so you might have a small department there itself, which will take care
Yes,
of all your assets.
yes,
For
yes.
for
That
that
is very
department, we
PM.
can say that for that department, the company is a customer, right?
Yes, for them it is a customer, but it's a one-time customer for them. You're getting me? But
One time.
here we are actually dealing with different customers.
Okay, okay,
Different.
okay.
That's how the difference happens.
So there will be what we will be configuring basically. We will be configuring the process or
Process,
what exactly will be configuring.
process, process.
So as
Behind the
soon as
scenes,
if as soon as I create a service order, it automatically will say that whether it's a in-house or whether it is a uh, like AMC or whatever
no,
it
no, no.
is. It will automatically say.
See, for in-house repair process, the process will go like this. Okay, if you're talking about AMC or
Hmm.
repair at site, let's say RAS, repair at site, which is the same process. What happens means you do service notification. First thing is the service
No,
complaint
I
will be
mean to say,
taken.
I understood your point. I mean to say, like, let's say in RAS, what exactly we will configure in the system? What is the thing which we are configuring? So,
Yeah.
like the configuration, what I understand is like you configure a system in such a way that whenever a customer presses a one button, it indicates that process one has started up automatically. He doesn't need to take care like what is the steps in the process. The process automatically
Customer
runs
will,
in a defined way,
yeah, yes, yes. You're
right?
right. Okay, half right. I can say the customer will just give the request, okay, that we are recording in
Right,
the service notification. After
right.
that, the one who is working in the customer service department, he is the one who is
Mm-hmm.
going to run the process. Okay.
Correct.
So when you see this process, the first one that is in-house repair process, I'll just mark it down in
Mhm.
house. Okay. So this in-house repair process, as soon as the service notification is created, it's creating a repair order. But here,
Either
the
it can
RA
create
repair side
automatically,
process,
either it can create a repair order automatically, or either manually.
no, it is a decision. Okay, it is a decision from the customer service person who is working on it. Okay, he will come to know, depends upon the service request. Okay, the customer is giving a product which is not repairable at the customer side, then he will choose to create a repair order immediately. If the customer service
Right.
agent, okay, as per the customer interaction, he comes to know, okay, it can be, the service can be provided at the customer location, directly we create a service order. So here itself the
Right.
decision will be taken.
Correct.
Okay, as per the decision, the process, it will be totally different. So this process will be totally different, it will go, and this process will be totally different. Okay.
Okay.
So likewise only, I mean,
Do we
AMC
have
is totally,
credit memo and debit memo here as well?
yes, we have this resource related billing. Okay, after the
Okay.
billing, you have this billing document. So billing document
No,
basically, I mean, you
I'm
have
saying
invoice document.
credit memo, debit memo, because it might be like let's say you deliver a TV to someone, but it was broken. Now
Yeah,
they are
but
asking a refund in the case
this comes in sales.
or a replacement.
Yeah, this comes in sales. So in the sales,
Okay, this is in
okay,
sales, not a
comes in,
service.
yes, this comes in sales. This scenario actually what you are explaining, okay, it's
Hmm.
broken, all those things. Okay, this will comes under sales. So basically, I mean, they'll give you a credit memo. For example, I mean, if the company has to pay something to the customer, they will provide a credit memo. which will be valid for
Okay.
6 months or certain period, so that whenever he purchases a next product, okay, the customer, they can avail the credit memo like that they will provide.
So that is not CS.
That is not CS. That is a SD part.
Okay, okay, okay. And like you said, resource related billing, right?
Hmm.
So resource related billing means the amount of hours a person has spent on a
Exactly.
particular service, right?
Exactly.
It may vary
Exactly.
from month to month.
Yes, resource related billing is like in the service order. Okay, there will be several services. Okay, let's
Mm-hmm.
just take in a small example like for vehicles, two-wheeler or four-wheelers, you give service. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so as a customer, when you get the bill, they will simply say, I mean, labor service,
Right.
right? So within the labor service, there will be several tasks the labor would have done.
Correct.
Okay, he'll be doing a lot of services, but in general, they are giving us a labor service. So the
Mm-hmm.
amount of work, the amount of time taken, so all those things will be calculated, and generically, I mean, in the bill, it is showing us labor service this much amount. So those things are getting calculated using the resource related billing.
Okay.
Okay.
Do we have DIP profile here as well?
Yes, yes, we have DIP
Just like
profile. All
in
those
yes, PS, we
in
have DIP
customizing.
profile.
Yes, yes, we have the DIP profile. Okay,
Okay.
so this
Do we
DIP
close? Do
profile
we close the order and settle as well?
for settlement, DAP profile, okay, repair procedure, so all these things we have.
Okay, and like let's say like one is called periodic billing, I believe, right? And one is called RRB. Are there maybe milestone billing as well? Do we have milestone billing here as well?
You know, we don't do this billing part. Okay, I mean basically, I mean we don't this. There's two billings only: periodic billing and is milestone billing that comes covers
Okay,
the SD part. Okay,
okay,
for us, it's a straightforward billing. That is after the resource related billing, you do just send an invoice to the customer. That's it.
so will
This
we
billing
configure
process
the
is very
DIP
simple.
profile and resource related billing? Will we configure
Yes,
that?
yes, yes.
Okay,
Resource related
so
billing and DAP profile. DAP profile is one of the key thing. Okay, using the DAP profile only we'll understand. I mean how the cost is bifurcating and
mhm.
how the customer can see. I mean what are the services in the form of your item name. Okay, so all these things we'll understand from the DAP
And
profile. And
do we have
repair
do we
procedure is
have
something.
revenue recognition here? Revenue
Revenue
recognition?
recognition all comes under SD. Under the SD only
Okay.
all this comes in the billing part. Okay, SD covers up all this revenue recognition, all these things. In CS part we don't
Settlement
have
is
revenue
also
recognition.
SD. Settlement is also SD.
Settlement basically, I mean in CS also we have settlement part. Okay,
Mhm. So we settle it to like
basically
expense center, cost center
SD.
basically.
See, billing heavily in SD only. Okay,
Okay.
in CS basically CS is more of related from the this part from the repair order to service order. No creation until the resource related billing. There is a main thing which covers from the CS side. Okay, so billing is primarily heavily it is customized in the SD only. So SD has the whole backup, I mean, whatever you're calling the revenue recognition. Okay, so other things in the billing part which will be covered in the SD side.
How good it is integrated with SAP PS project
Project systems.
system? Yeah.
Project systems basically, I mean, we have few things. Okay, we call it as something like the WBS elements. I mean, you might have
Mhm.
understand from PS side. Okay,
Mhm.
so like project system models, you basically, I mean, it has. We use this project system management whenever we have a huge project. Okay, comes in terms of sales and service. For example, let's take an example like a government project where I mean you have to deliver like 1 lakh of material for the next
Mhm.
5 years to the government
Right.
organization. So basically, I mean 1 lakh of products. I mean within 5 years to be delivered means it is not a simple thing. So you have to plan it in such a way that I mean you have to divide it. I mean year wise, month wise, quarter wise, day wise. Okay, how you can deliver the goods to the customer. Okay, so those kind of things will be taken care under the WBS element.
But delivery of the goods is again like SD, right?
No, no, I'm telling you, this is sales example I'm giving. Now I come to service
Okay.
example. Let's say for
Yeah.
service letter, let's say a HP company. Take the HP
Mhm.
company. Okay, they usually got a government deal that I mean in all the government offices. I mean wherever they're using the HP laptop, okay, they need to provide a service. So government has
Okay.
signed a contract. I mean to provide service for all the HP laptops which is available in the government side. So for this,
Okay.
let's say each government office, there are so many government offices are there. So how many laptops, I mean, they need to estimate, and after that, I mean, they will have to provide service. So these things are not a simple thing. So they use the WBS element. First, they do the micro planning, like quarter wise, day wise, assign the service orders. Okay, in each sales office. Okay, for this week, I mean, this sales office they will target. Next week, they will target another government sales office. They have to provide the service. So likewise, they'll split. Okay, so they will break down all the things, and like I given the sales example, likewise in the service example, they will split up. I mean, in a day, how many service orders needs to be provided, needs to be assigned to the specific sales office. So those things comes under this PS. Okay, and also I mean, it has some concepts like cross application timesheet. It has timesheet entering the timesheet. So those things comes under the PS side.
So will we cover here as well the cats and all those stuff in CS? Cats, CATS. I believe you are referring to cats.
Cats basically it's a timesheet. Okay, so cats is like a cross application timesheet. Okay, basically I mean a technician go to the customer place and he comes and he updates the timesheet, and the timesheet will be approved by the manager. That is a CAPP. That is an approval we use. Okay, so but in CS what we do is basically rather going for cats. Okay, there is one more transaction called as IW41. What we do means using this transaction, just give the work center, the department, automatically system will understand the work center and the service order system will understand, okay, these are the technicians who has come and this is the hours which they have worked. And you can change the hour also, actual hours, how much they have worked. So you can change it and you can do the resource billing from there.
Okay, in work center do we have capacity leveling and load like graphs and all those stuff here as well?
Work center. Basically work center.
Because in work center it might be like the whole work center is occupied, right? And the new order has come up.
Work center is maintained in the production planning. Okay, so work center is one of the master data in production planning. So when the production planning PP consultant will create the work center, we are just gonna use the work center. Where we use the work center?
I got your point, but the thing is that if the work center is already occupied, how do we know that this work center cannot perform this task? We have to hire a new person, or we have to see like how to distribute the task so that the workload. Okay. You remember, like you might have understood, like the critical part of all those stuff. Yeah.
The question is, let's say you have got a service and you don't have a skillful employee to perform the service. Okay, then you need to approach the vendor who is having a skillful employee. You need to hire them and you need to do the work and you need to calculate his hours. That is one you are asking, right? So there is also there. That is called as third party approach. Okay, so basically whenever you are assigning the operation level, for example, in the operation level, okay, operation is nothing but the technicians you are assigning. So it can be an internal labor or it can be external labor. So that part you will decide under the operation level. Okay, the same manner, components also. Let's say I mean some spare parts is you need to consume and for repair work. So that spare part is available, it is good. Okay, one process will follow. If the spare part is not available, there is another process. That is, it is a non-stock item. So you have to call the vendor, I mean purchase requisition, then purchase order, then you will get the specific spare parts, then you will use the spare parts in your service order. There is another process. So those things will be covered in CS.
And one thing more very important thing which just I remembered, like what happens that many people buy JCB. Okay, you might have heard about JCB, right? JCB is a big machine, right? Now they purchase it, but they consume the services of JCB at a construction site. Let's say Tata borrowed the JCB is bought by person A, and Tata is using that JCB from person A. Okay. Now it's Tata's responsibility that he has to pay the amount of contract of JCB per month, as well as do the servicing of JCB at the regular time intervals, so that the machine is in maintained position.
AMC. This
is completely AMC, right?
It's AMC.
No, I mean to say like one is like customer is giving you the product to work for, and you have to maintain that work as well.
If you want a periodic service, it comes under AMC. Okay, it's as simple as that. Okay.
Yeah. how does it has this co-integration, CS co-integration?
Co-integration, I'm not getting. Integration, I know. I mean, integration
Controlling,
between the
controlling. CS and controlling
FICO.
integration. FICO.
FICO
Yeah,
you're telling.
CO. Right.
Okay, basically, I mean, FICO itself, okay, it has three things. One is the posting of the document, the accounting
Mhm.
document. Second thing is the cost center, okay,
Mhm.
and the third is the activity pricing. So these are the three things which will be taken care by the FICO.
Okay. So we will be finding out like what, how much this activity will be costing to the customer, right?
Yeah, that the pricing is maintained in the finance side. There is something transaction called as KP26. So in that they'll maintain
Okay.
the price.
Overheads and everything.
Yes.
Okay. So we will see like how activity is priced completely with components as well as with the hours and everything, right?
Yes, yes. Basically, I mean, it will be performed the finance side. I can just show you the display. How I
Okay.
mean, in which transaction they can perform this.
Okay. Anything else in this?
Uh, we have covered a lot in
Mm,
CS.
okay. Do we have
Okay.
something like yeah?
How? I mean, if you want to go ahead with the class, okay, what is the hours and weekdays or weekends? How you prefer?
This time every day is good for me, but I believe like every day would be quite very very
Weekdays itself, like morning or evening? How?
in the evening this time we can do alternate days, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday,
Okay.
and we can do also on Sundays as well if you wish.
Okay. Fine. Okay.
So is that comfortable with you?
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I mean, nothing. I mean,
Okay.
basically, I mean, who is the contact person? Is it Shravanti or Sai?
Sai, I
Who
think
spoke?
so.
Sai. Okay. Okay. He would have explained you about the recording part, all those things, right? The class will be, I
No.
mean, the sessions will be recorded and it will be provided to you.
Okay.
Oh, those things are is not discussed. So actually, I
No,
mean,
I don't.
each class the session will be recorded and it will be given to you so that you can use the recording sessions. I mean, for reference in the
Okay.
later stage.
Okay.
Okay, and if you want to have the access, I mean, you can check the access, SAP access, I mean, with them. They can provide the access.
Mhm. So
Okay,
will I be the only student in this online session, or you have other students as well?
basically, I take one to one only
So,
because more students are there. I mean, like basically the frequency keep on changing. Okay, so it takes more time. I mean, for explaining a topic. Okay, some will be a fresher, some will be experienced. Okay, so the
mhm.
persons, I mean, freshers, they won't understand. So that's why, I mean, we usually take one to one. Depends upon the candidate. I mean, we'll take the class accordingly.
What happens like when there are multiple candidates, at least three? So what happens? The interaction is quite good. So instead of 1:1, if you can have three candidates in the group, then it is quite good. Like if I miss something and they have heard us something
Basically, I
properly.
mean, we don't have. I mean, basically, I mean, right now, I don't know. I mean, how many candidates are there?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, tell me, what is the market like of CS? Like, will I get good jobs doing just CS, or do I need to do something else as well?
CS is always hot in it. I mean, customer service is actually, I mean, it will be there still because service model is one thing, I mean, which is standing still, okay, in SAP. So basically in
Mhm.
SAP, I mean, there are several competitors who already came, okay, like Salesforce.com, all those things, but they
Mhm.
can't beat the SAP service part. So SAP service part is so strong that, I mean, it will stand for next more than 10 to 15 years.
And along with the CS, I have to do any other module, or just CS will suffice.
CS is fine. CS is fine.
Okay, and
CS is
there are good amount of jobs for just CS. Or do I need
CS
to
is
do
fine.
PM and CS both?
It's a individual choice, I can say. Okay,
Okay.
there are so many people. I mean, just get confused. I mean, depends upon learning more. More means you'll get more remuneration and job offers. Okay, it's not like that. I mean, basically, they'll see the expertise level more in one model
Mhm.
than
Right.
showing more models. Okay, basically, companies will like to. The client basically, the client will like to get only the resources who is having more depth in the specific model than knowing
No, recently,
just
like one of my friend was interviewed and he was asked for CS SD combination. Now
okay.
CS SD, so he was good in CS, but he was
Mhm.
not good in SD. But the interview was more on the SD side, though they were saying that CS will dominate, but it was more on the SD side as
No,
how the CS integrates with the SD.
actually it's actually a SD interview only there should be. See, because SD is more means it should be SD interview. Part is a CS. Okay, if you go
They
for a
were
CS
asking a lot
interview,
of questions
basically,
for SD. Yeah.
yeah, you basically if you go from HD background then CS. Okay, the role is for SD only. Okay, slightly you will get
Okay.
a CS. But if you go as a CS related responsible jobs, okay, you'll be working more on CS. SD is like you just use the master data those things only.
Okay. Okay.
But
So you
yes,
don't need to.
SD and
Yeah.
CS, SD and CS always it will help you back and back.
Okay.
You have.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, thanks a lot,
Yeah, your
and
good
let's
name.
see.
I
Like
forgot your good name.
Sunil Kumar.
Sunil. Okay. Okay.
So
Fine, Sunil. Then
yeah. So
let's end the.
I'll get back to you. Okay.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for your time too. Bye. Good night.
Good night. You can leave the meeting.